Hey everyone, welcome to another part of our in-depth review of the new Space Marine Codex out today. Woo, Space Marines! And this is going to be a bit shorter of a video than the previous one where we went over 17 straight HQs. This one, there's only 3 choices for troops, and really, people are going to take 2 of them, unless you're a Black Templar player, and then you have Crusaders, and what are the other guys called?
Crusaders.
Didn't they also have like a version of Scouts?
In fact, you can take neophytes with the Crusaders.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But
yeah, it's okay. So basically, the troops' choices is really not affected in this codex, other than the fact that now information, which we'll be going over after this. And now to take the Demi company, you have to take 3 squads of tactical marines. So now they're an essential part of any Space Marine player who wants to run this formation.
Yep.
So let's start it off. Tactical squads. I don't even know why we're covering them. We should just put up like a quick video. Nothing changed. Tactical squads remain unchanged. They are 70 points for 5 Marines, including 4 Marines and a Sergeant. Weapon skill, skill 4, strength up is 4, 1 wound, initiative 4, 1 attack, leadership 8, 3 up save.
Well, there's one change.
Oh, is there?
They now can get a grav cannon with gravity.
Oh, that's true. Now they used to only have access to grav guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they have access to grav cannons.
Heavy weapons, they can take
Yeah.
a grav cannon.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I don't believe they came out yet with a
Grav
tactical
cannon. Yep. Grav cannon kit?
with grav cannon.
No.
So you're gonna if you want one to be WYSIWYG, you're gonna need to buy a Devastator's box that comes with one just to get that gun.
Yeah.
Which is bad.
Yeah, they obviously come with bolt guns, bolt pistols, frag grenades, crack grenades, additional gear, chapter tactics, combat squads. That's it. Basically, that's Space Marine. Like they're the standard of all models in 40k is the Space Marine, and they've not changed. Same points. They have access to grav cannons, which isn't a change. The only problem is that grav cannons are heavy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're heavy.
Well,
they
so are every other heavy weapon.
True. So it's harder to use them.
Salvo, yeah.
They sell more
I
heavy.
believe well, heavy is kinda.
Yeah.
Grav. Where are they? Grav.
They're in the rulebook? Oh, I'll let you look at that in the meantime. Up next we have the other troops choice, Scout Squad. 55 points, same as before. Weapon skill 4, strength up is 4, 1 wound, 4 initiative, 1 attack, leadership 8, 4 up save. And they go with bolt guns, bolt pistols, frag grenades, crack grenades, additional gear, chapter tags, combat squads, infiltrate, move through cover, and scout, as they normally do. And that's basically it. Same cost for the upgrades as before, basically. It's a point for a sniper rifle. It's a big one.
Like there was before?
Yeah. They did camo clothes for 2 points a model. Now there's in the formation the ability to basically get it for free first term, but I'd still purchase camo cloaks. Better keep them. So that's about it, and we'll go over the formations in a moment as well, because this section is not too much information is going to be brought to the table. And next, the Crusader Squad, which basically the Space Marines, they're the mixed Space Marines from Black Templars. So they're like Scouts or Tactical Marines. And you choose between, for 70 points, you get 5 Initiates, and Initiates are the Tactical Marine equivalents.
Yep.
You can also add Neophytes. May include up to 1 neophyte for each initiate in the squad for 10 points each, so they're the Scouts equivalent. And you include up to 5 additional initiates for 14 points a model. And then they have access to the same weapons as the Space Marines. So good stuff. They take a Razorback, Rhino, or Land Raider's dedicated transport. They have bolt guns, bolt pistols, frag grenades, crack grenades, additional fear, chapter tactics, Black Templars.
Oh yeah, so just got it here. Grav cannon are salvo 3-5.
3-5. Okay, not heavy.
No. But salvo.
So you don't get penalized for, but you just have the range. Alright. That's different. That's not bad. So you jump on
have the range and have the shots.
So from close range, they're still pretty good. And just
Yeah, if you drop on them, you still have 3 shots at 12 inch range. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. And so now we're going to just quickly go over a couple of the formations that pertain to the troops. Now, the first one we should talk about is obviously the Battle Demi Company. Now, we've already gone over the components of it in a previous video, but just we need a captain or a chaplain, and we replace either of these guys with any of the characters, basically.
Yep.
0-1 command squads, 3 tactical squads. So tactical squads are the core of this army. You can take up to 2 demiclaves in an army, or sorry, 2 demi-companies in an army.
Which makes one full battle company.
Yeah. So that's 6 tactical squads. One assault squad, bike squad, attack bike squad, or unit land speeders, or Centurion assault squad, so something fast. And then something heavy, a Devastator squad or Centurion Devastator squad. 0-1 units of dreadnoughts, ironclad dreadnoughts, or venerable dreadnoughts. But this is where it gets fun. Number 1, you get objective security. So not only do you get a formation, you get formations, and you get to keep objective security. That's huge, because very few other armies get that ability.
Yep.
That's huge. So that means,
what the funny thing is, even the assault squads or bike squad or devastator squad have objective security.
Yeah.
Not just troops.
Not just troops.
Everything in this formation, even the dreadnoughts
have objective security. So you will be able to steal any objective from anyone at any
with
time.
one of those guys.
Because any 7th edition codex is not running a standard detachment. They're probably running their own codex detachment.
Yep. Which usually doesn't.
No. And then most of them only have troops that have objective security. So that's crazy. And the other one is tactical flexibility. If your army contains 1 or more battle demi-companies, 1 or more, you can choose to enact the combat doctrine once per game. The combat doctrine once per game. Just a combat doctrine, not the... It's okay. When the combat doctrine is enacted, all models in this army with the chapter tactics rule that are part of a battle demi-company are affected.
So if you remember, when we went over the
Combat doctrines.
combat doctrines, Ultramarines can enact each of the tactical assault and devastator doctrine once each game. If you take this detachment with at least, which you have to, 1 battle demi company, you can enact it 1 more time. So you can effectively enact 2 times the tactical doctrine.
Yep.
So that's nice.
Yeah. And where did we read about if you bring 2? Where is that? 2
If you bring 2 what?
demi-companies.
Well, if you bring either 1 or 2, you get this.
Yes. Well, where's the free vehicles one?
In the overall detachment rules.
The oral detachments, yeah. Because that's the big one. Then we
Go
gotta
back to detachment.
Yeah. We have to go back to that for a second.
So.
Because one of the big rules about this, which we have to cover, is the fact that if Gladius Strike Force includes
which is
just the whole detachment game, includes 2 battle demi-companies, 1 including a captain and the other including a chaplain, then together they form a battle company. Any unit in the battle company that has the option to take a rhino, a razorback, or a drop pod as a dedicated transfer may take 1 at no points cost, though they may pay for additional upgrades and options as normal. So that means if you take, which we were thinking would be kind of fun, if you take 2 demi companies, making a full company, and you have 6 squads of 5 or 6 Space Marines, you can take 6 free Razorbacks.
And what we thought up would be to give the Razorbacks all twin class cannons, for 20 points each.
Yeah.
And then give 1 member of each of the 6 tactical squads, Graven and Grav Cannon for 35. So you get heavy weapons for the price of the Razorback that's coming with the squad for free.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yep, a lot of heavy weapons. You will be able to deal with pretty much anything that comes your way.
Yep, that's huge. Having Razorbacks that, plus if you take like certain armies can give all the Razorbacks Scout. So you can move Scout and then fire twin last cannons turn 1, pretty much guaranteeing you getting first blood. That's huge. That's a pretty fun thing. Plus, you can really abuse that. Because if you take 6 squads, you get 6 free things. So 6 free Razorbacks, I think, is the most abuse. You know, because then you get some heavy firepower, transport capacity for each one, and plus if you bring squads that are of 5 or 6, you can attach them to the captain or your chaplain to one of them.
Yeah. Or you could also just take 3 drop pods, which usually cost 35 points.
Yep.
And give them Deathwing missile launchers that cost 20.
Yep.
So for 20 points, you've got 6 templates that are gonna come on turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, half of them on turn 1. So you can already start crippling your opponent with that on turn 1.
Yeah.
With a few blasts, if you go against guard, Tau, orcs, it's turn 1, start dropping 3 blasts. That's nice.
Yeah, that's pretty fun and nasty. I think that's one.
And you still have your other guys in the backfield, just win.
Yep, that's it. That's it. And the other couple of formations I want to talk about. The first one is the 10th Company Task Force, which is scouts, basically. It's comprised of 3 to 5 of the following in any combination: Scout Squad, Scout Bike Squad. So it's scouts.
And you can take Sergeant Tillian.
Sure. The restrictions: Scout Bike Squads in this formation must be equipped with cluster mines. So it's a force upgrade. But concealed position: each unit in this formation that deploys using the infiltrate special rule that does not have the stealth special rule is concealed. So as long as you don't give them camo cloaks, they get concealed. Concealed, what this basically means is they have stealth until they move, run, turbo boost, charge, or fall back. At which point they immediately lose it for the rest of the game. So, but the thing is though with scouts is you typically don't move them a lot unless they're moving through terrain to grab objectives. Usually you park them on an objective and cover
In ruins.
and just
snipe.
Yeah, and go to ground. So that's a pretty good one. So it might, if you have points that you need to cut, you might be able to cut camo cloaks.
Which are 2 points each.
Excuse me. Yep.
So you can cut.
10
Say
points
you take in squads.
Yeah.
You can cut 10 points off.
Yeah,
And then still get stealth, and you can go to ground and still count as being concealed.
Yeah. And
Just not moving, running, turbo boosting, or charging.
Yeah, exactly.
Or fall lucky.
The trap is sprung. During the first turn, all units from this formation have precision shots, including scout bikers. That's kind of funny.
So first turn, say you have the min 3 squads of min 5 guys, you've got 15 precision shots.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. I don't think this is going to be a frequently taken formation compared to the other ones. Some people love their scouts, but
I mean, just having guys that give you the opportunity to camp things in the backfield.
yeah,
Why not?
exactly.
Those scouts though won't have objective seeker.
No, only the
But-
ones from the formation.
Still.
Exactly. But still, you have a bunch of guys that can. So it'll be fun. It'll be easy. So that basically concludes our troops section review. As I said, not much change with the troops other than they got access to grav cannons. But the big thing is that the Demi Company, giving them, if you take 2 Demi Companies, you get free vehicles. They have objectives secured. They have, so they're very powerful. They're going to be very powerful little dudes. They're still just survival little ways before. They're Space Marines, and or you take the Scout one, and they get concealed. Concealed.
So they get stealth as long as you don't move.
Yep. So it's cool stuff. Yeah, just maybe. Yeah, it's all good. So that's basically it in a nutshell. But as always, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this review. And stay tuned for the next part where we'll be going over the Elite section in more detail. The Elites have a few more choices than the troops. Yeah, it'll be good. So stay tuned for the next part. I really hope you enjoyed this part. Leave a comment in the comment section down below what you feel about what we've covered today and anything else you think we missed. And thank you very much. Until next time, this is Jay and Patrick saying